YouTube universe. What is going on, all my Hitman and Harley Quinns? You know who it is. It's your favorite mother freaking role model, the Buddhist with an attitude, Hitman Thornton, for raw reaction, T-Vizzle. Before I even get started, hit that subscribe, the like, and the share. All right? So you will get up to dates of when I post videos and whatnot. All right, let's get to it. Man, in the words of the late great Roddy Piper, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions because that is what WandaVision is doing. Okay? Okay. Now, yes, I'm doing a review of both episodes 6 and 7. I had a crazy week, so I wasn't able to do a review last week. But instead of just going down step by step, I'm just going to bring it all together in one. All right. The Halloween episode was a cool episode because you got to see Wanda Vision and Pietro, if who he says he is, right, in their classic comic book costumes, which was awesome to see. And we knew that was coming because we saw it in the trailers. All right. The kids started getting their powers very quickly. You know, Wiccan, aka Billy, Tommy, aka Speed, and they are, for some of y'all that don't know, okay, let me just get right to it. They are in the comics, Billy and Tommy are shards of Mephisto. There, I finally said it, Mephisto. There are shards of Mephisto's soul. In the comic, Wanda took parts of Mephisto's soul to create the children. All right. So there is strong possibilities that Mephisto is behind all of this. But we don't know yet. Okay? All right. So in the Halloween episode, they all go trick or treat and have a good time, but also we know that Pietro has been suspect from the jump since he arrived, and Wanda is very clear of that, which we all find out in episode 7. All right. So in the meantime, Vision is off saying he's on patrol, but he really isn't. He's out there to see what's really going on. All right. He's coming across people that are frozen and like in suspended animation. He comes across Agatha, who turns out to be Agatha Harkness, as we all knew. She's pretending that she's in this frozen, animation type thing, which she really wasn't. Come on, people. Come on now. All right. And then Vision kind of goes out, finds the hex, the border, tries to go through it. He does go through it, but at the same time, parts of him are being pulled back into the hex because Wanda reanimated him. Because when she broke into a sword, almost said shield, broke into sword to collect Vision. So she, because that's her boo. And he was in pieces. He wasn't in one, as we saw in past episodes. Is obviously Hayward was up to something with him. Creating, with his technology, maybe creating a weapon. Who knows what this man is up to? Because obviously Hayward is a dick. We don't know if he's really a dick, if he's the villain, or if he's just bad at his job. Because obviously he doesn't have good people skills. Because you see the way he talks to Monica, brought up her moms, the way he said about that, the way he communicates with Darcy, and the man just ain't good at people skills. So it's hard to say if he's the bad guy, is he a villain, or he just sucks at his job. We don't know. So before then, you got Wu, Monica, Darcy. They up there trying to talk to Hayward. He ain't listening, because he has his own agenda, obviously. So they also find out that he's behind something, and they find out he's really trying to get Vision back. He doesn't want nothing to do with Wanda, because obviously he was doing some stuff with Vision when Wanda went and got him. Okay, so when Vision is trying to get to the wall, Darcy's also there because she's yelling, why isn't somebody helping him or whatever? And the agents, Sword saw her, grabbed her, so they wouldn't interfere, handcuffed her. etc. And then, you go back to the kids are out trick or treating. Wanda is with, Pietro or whoever that is. And obviously, you can tell he's probing her for information. And, just asking all kinds of questions. Where's your accent? Where's yours? Did you create all this? Whoever Pietro is asking these questions. So, but anyway, let's just get to the kids. Billy senses something, a disturbance in the force. You know, Pops is in trouble, so he had to let Moms know. Mom feels it. She expands the hex to basically rescue Vision. But as she expands the hex, she also traps Darcy in it and the sword agents. And what's funny is that she turned all the sword agents into circus performers and clowns. So that's obviously her thoughts on how she sees them. You guys are a bunch of clowns. You guys, this is a circus you guys got going on. So I thought that was kind of cool. So then, smash cut, we find out what happened to Darcy when the hex expanded past her. She basically was she was handcuffed, but then it, formed into chains around her. So basically she became an escape artist, which was kind of cool. And so Vision was rescued. He sees Darcy. He wanted to know, you recognize me, right? Because, you were yelling for me, girl. You know who I am. But like he did with his coworker, snaps her out of the trance she was under. So they realize what's going on. So they escape to try to get back to where Wanda is. And then smash cut, because obviously episode 7, because episode 6 opens up with, a Malcolm in the Middle Disney show type vibe, because the kids are breaking the fourth wall. Episode 7 is more of the Office / Modern Family, because that's how the intro was. So basically, you got this Modern Family type vibe going on. And, Wanda's still in somewhat of her costume from the Halloween. She ain't feeling it. She's in one of those mom moves. I just don't want to deal with nobody, not the kids, nothing. But at the same time, as she's walking through the house, it's all glitchy. The kids see something's wrong with mom. She ain't right. Wondering where dad is, and Uncle Pietro. Your uncle's not your uncle. He's not your uncle. He's never was. Just all of this. She's just not having it today. Even when she went to get cereal, the milk is all glitchy and changing. The TV's glitching and changing. All the different time period styles. The kids' controllers were changing. It's just crazy. And Agatha comes over, and the mom, flings the door open with her powers. She gives 2 F's about concealing it now. Agatha comes over, notice moms ain't right, takes the kids because she wanted the kids all along. Yeah. So mom can have a day to herself. That's how she's covering it. So she got a day to herself, takes the kids, she bounces. And then you cut to, and then now you got Monica and Wu back with Sword. They go to meet this person that she said, this person who has aerospace skills and engineering and all that. Kind of a bit let down, because everyone thought, is it Reed Richards? Is it Dr. Doom? Who is this mysterious person? Is it Hank Pym? Turns out it was just some regular soldier agent person. Or is it? Is that just a misdirect? You know what? Who knows? There still could be somebody coming. We just don't know. So as Monica, they get into the vehicle. She tries to go through the hex in the vehicle, but at the same time, the vehicle is struggling to get through. It's starting to change, and so she escapes out of the vehicle and realizes she doesn't need the vehicle. She needs to go through. And Wu can tell, okay, she's about to go through the hex, period. So he screams at her, don't go through it. She goes through it. And now, is this them reconstructing the origin of Monica Rambeau's powers? because as you saw before in the past shows, her going through the hex twice was rewriting her DNA, her body, everything. So her going through this hex a third time, you see her body kind of splitting up as she's going through. You hear all the different voices talking from past movies, her as a kid and all this kind of stuff. So she breaks through. And like Neo seeing the Matrix, she's starting to see all these radio waves, all these energy waves, everything. So this could be the birth of her. This is obviously the birth of her powers. Because in the comics, she became Captain Marvel. But before then, she was Pulsar, Photon, you know. So I know I may be forgetting one more. But obviously, this is the beginning of her powers. So, and then, but also, that also smash cut. Let's go back to Vision and Darcy driving, and they keep coming across all these obstacles and roadblocks after roadblocks after obstacle, because it's obviously Wanda slowing them down, not wanting to come back, because she obviously tells the kids that if Dad wants to come back, he doesn't want to come back, you know. And so, and also they're doing that whole fourth wall, talking to the camera. Wanda is, and Vision is, kind of like, you know, Modern Family / Office style. So it's a real cool, interesting episode, because it's really getting down to what's happening, what's going on. Okay, so now you get to Monica. Boom, takes off to meet up with Wanda, to see, you know, to tell her what's really going on, what Director Hayward's really up to. You know, she confronts her, they have one-on-one, you know, they get into it. Wanda, again, uses her powers to send her off, but Monica got skills now. She got her powers. And so she drops Monica, boom, bam, superhero landing. And Wanda notices that, like, whoa, what is going on here? And then Agatha has been watching out the window. So she sees what's going on. She comes out there, you know, like a good neighbor / friend. And Wanda believes that's her friend. You know, takes her away. Wanda's, you know, they still going back and forth, Wanda and Monica. That should be a TV show. Wanda and Monica. So, I know I'm corny right now. So, Agatha takes her back to her house, and Monica still kind of follows. Gets her back to the house, and the house, the way the house is set up and looks, pretty much like a witch's house. So, and she's wondering, okay, where are her kids? Because she sees all the, you know, the sandwiches, kind of not eat, you know, sandwiches and kid TV show on there. And she asked where are her kids. And she said, oh, they're down in the basement playing. So Wanda goes down to the basement, looking all dungeony, you know, wizardry, witchy, all of that. She goes in, sees all this creepy dungeon type stuff going on. Sees this weird glowing book, which is probably a little Easter egg for something later on. And all these symbols around the room, probably symbolizing certain supernatural forces or spirit guides, some gods, who knows. I read the comic a long time ago, so I'm just remembering bits and pieces of it. So, and then Agatha finally really reveals herself, that she's Agatha Harkness, which is, she's a witch also. She says, you're not the only witch with powers. And she does this little purple thing, you know, in her eyes to let her know that Agatha has been in control of Wanda this whole time. And then smash cut to Agatha's little TV show intro. You know, it's Agatha all along with a little monster type theme to it, which is kind of cool. So it's basically showing how Agatha had a part in everything that was going on throughout the episodes up till now. She was the reason for Pietro popping up. She was in control of, and she was, playing possum, so to speak, when Vision found her in the car, which I had a feeling about anyway. So she's just been in control of it the whole time. But who is she really working for? Because she can't be behind all of this. Something else is going on. So then there's an extra little end credit scene where Monica comes up to the house. She's walking around the house trying to look in the window. She finds a basement, open the double doors. That leads down to the basement. And you see all these vines with the purple energy. And you see kind of purple showing up in her eyes too. And next thing you know, boom, fake PHO pops up there saying Snooper's gonna snoop. So, I forgot his name, but we're wondering if, hold on, I got some notes here. Hold on, let me check. Is Pietro really Agatha's son, Nicholas Scratch? Could he be playing him? Who knows? Very interesting. So, I got all kinds of notes I've been taking down here, so just, bear with me. So, this was a cool episode. This was a good episode. It's been revealing a lot. It's been revealing a whole lot. So, next episode, because we got, I believe, 2 episodes left. So, yeah. It's getting down, people. We're about to see a big reveal that's probably obviously going to lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and the next Spider-Man movie. So it's going to get interesting down the road. It really is. I love this episode. So, leave some comments down below of what you thought of the episode. Anything I might have missed. Okay. Or forgot to mention, obviously. So, again, hit that like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, this is Hitman Thornton, the Buddhist with an attitude, your favorite motherfucking role model for Raw Reaction TV. Until next time, peace out, bitches. And to remember, stay zen as fuck.